And so it took a while to get that Jamaicanness out of me until right now I could wear this shirt for like 3 days in a row. It's not sweaty, it's not dirty, it's quite normal, it's quite alright.
From Jamaica to the world, it's just love. It's just love.
Yes guys, I'm Roman and I am a teacher here in France. I teach English. I'm also a YouTuber, so just check me out right here. And yeah, please subscribe, please share. Anyways, let's talk about, so how did I get interested in French? Well, first of all, I love foreign languages. I've always tried to learn a lot of languages, Russian, Spanish, Italian, and the list goes on. So basically, while going to university, I wanted to do Spanish because it's what I love with history, but that option wasn't possible because we didn't have enough persons to do history. So they say, hey, let's do French. And I was a bit nervous, but then I gave it a try and I simply loved it. And you know, Paris, the city of love, we all want to go to Paris, see the Eiffel Tower, so that also helped in my choosing French. And anyway, so how I got here to France? Well, basically, I came here once and I simply loved the experience. I tried baguette, I love baguette, and so I was like, hey, I need to go back to France after my stay, of course. And so I went online, looked for a job, found it, and then voila, here I am. Did a video on that on my channel. You could check it out somewhere here. So let's get on to it. So what's my experience here in France been like? It's been super cool. I think French people are amazing, they're wonderful. And they simply are not as materialistic as in Jamaica. For example, back home I have to change my shirt every day when I got here for the first time. Every day I go to work, I change my shirt, I change everything. Even though it's not hot, even though I'm not sweaty. But then I realized that everyone is wearing the same shirt all the time and I'm like, what the hell? And so it took a while to get that Jamaicanness out of me until right now I could wear this shirt for like 3 days in a row. It's not sweaty, it's not dirty, it's quite normal, it's quite alright. And the people here, they simply enjoy spending time with friends and family. For example, you're going on holidays, oh, it's time to spend it with family and friends, and that to me is something that I am not used to personally, and so I simply love that. And some days I like here about France too. My colleagues are super cool, super kind. I got opportunities through my job, such as being examined for certain national exams. And my job here is just not as stressful as back in Jamaica, but I simply love working here. And in addition to that, I've got the chance to do my master's here. It's simply amazing because studying here is cheap, so y'all need to do that. A few other things I like too is how French people tend to use English words and make them French. So for example, the word planning. Normally you hear French people say, je vais faire mon planning. And it's become so ingrained in my mind that I'm speaking English and I think it's French. It just sounds confusing. But with all that good thing, there's a little bit of negative. For example, no one knows anything. I asked someone a question, that person with someone else, with someone else, with someone else, with someone else. It's a lot of different persons. But in any case, I still love the experience. It's been simply amazing. And something else too. So basically, I'm a person who I do not curse. But since I've come here in France, I curse a lot in French because everything I say, putain, or I say merde. But in English, I would never say that. So that's something that I kind of picked up. And some expressions that I really like are, for example, I say ça roule. I really like saying that, like ça marche, ça va. So that's an expression I really like a lot. And anything else that's interesting here about France? Well, you get to travel a lot, it's super cheap, and there are certain travel bonus cards that help to give you discounts on trains. That's cool. Interesting events. I personally, I'm not someone who is quite outgoing, so I wouldn't have a lot of experience as other persons. But what has really been amazing here in France to me is that I get to meet other persons from different cultures, and we sometimes eat things together, or we exchange our foods, and that's always something amazing. And it's just really hard to explain. Your eyes are really open and your mind is open when you see how different people live in different places. It's simply wonderful. But a few things that were a little bit culture shocking wise. For example, they put, like, people have back and they put it on the table. That's like, they put it on their car. That's like super weird. But nonetheless, France here is simply wonderful. And yes, this is funny too. You know, secretaries tend to take a long break. So you go to the office, there's no secretary there. They're like, oh, I'm on my lunch break. After the lunch break, they're still not there. After the lunch break, they're like, oh, I'm busy, can't you give me like a break? I'm like, seriously? So secretaries tend to take a lot of break. And like break is sometimes 1 to 2 hours, which I find simply ridiculous. So with that said, guys, I hope you enjoyed my experience here in France. It's not nothing exciting, but at least for me, it's super cool. And being in an environment that is open-minded and not as closed-minded as Jamaica, sometimes, we all know Jamaica is closed-minded, don't do that. So I really appreciate that openness. And nonetheless, I would say to anyone come here to France, it's a wonderful country. For me personally, I've had wonderful experiences. People have treated me so well, and I'll definitely be for a long time. I see myself being here for a longer time. With that said, guys, hope you enjoyed this. Don't forget my channel, and see you guys next time. So, ciao, ciao.